started with this topic, Search for Grade. The happening in Nigerian higher institutions. Search for grade, the causes, solutions, and who to be blamed. Today, I'm going to have a guest with me. She is presently a copper. She graduated a few months back, and she also wants to tell us much about Search for Grade. I experience solutions and way out of these issues in Nigerian higher institution. Presently, today, I have with me Miss Alabi Precious. I will ask my guest to personally introduce herself. And today, she will give us more details on this topic, Search for Grade. Search for mark in Nigerian higher institution. I remember one of our guests said that this thing is not only in Nigeria, it cuts across West African countries because it has even gone on BBC and some other international and network medias. So today, I have my guest. Can we meet you, Madam Peace Alabi?
My name is Alabi Peace. I'm from Edo State. The first daughter of our parents. I'm also a graduate of Lagos State Polytechnic. I'm currently serving in Imo State, Owerri, precisely. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, guys. My guest is Alabi Peace, and thank you, our viewers. I know she's a regular guest on Air TV program. If you are conversant with our program, you must have seen her. This might be the third or fourth time you've seen her piece. She's here today. Presently, I have to bring her from where is it? Owerri. I have to bring her from Owerri to come down to Lagos to come and answer some of these questions and to come and give us more light. Because presently she's service. She's an NYC core member, and I want us to discuss with her as a female. Please, what do you understand by Search for Grade? Can you elaborate more and tell the viewers what you know by Search for Grade or Search for mark?
Well, just like the word itself,
yes.
Search for Grade. It's basically sleeping with lecturers or teachers or any head of whatever department or class or something for grade, for marks, so that you can actually pass either a course or a subject from one stage to another or another level, from one level to another. So that's just what it is basically. And it's rampant not just in higher institution, it's also in secondary schools.
Wow.
And as time goes on, even goes into business world as well, where you see a lot of member of staff sleeping with their bosses for promotion and the rest. So it just cuts across
walks of life.
Exactly.
Thank you, Lady Peace. But today, we want to concentrate on educational institutions. Maybe secondary, tertiary institution, or we will not go to workforce because our niche, our specialization, we don't want to go there. We want to talk about really in education line, how we are concerned and listening. Not in education line. Is it to seek favor for Search for Grade, or is what I put it? If to seek favor from higher authority, maybe from the teacher, the lecturer, or it's just a form? Is it a fund or to seek favor? And why must it be to seek favor? If there's a fund, why must it be fund to that extent?
Well, different individuals work with different mindsets.
Okay.
And a lot of persons have reason behind every action they tend to take.
Okay.
So for some persons, yes, it may be for fun. For some other persons, it may be for favor.
Okay.
Because basically we are in a world where nobody wants to fail.
Okay.
Everybody wants to succeed. And we have a lot of individuals that have this mentality of they don't care what it takes.
Yeah.
They are ready to take risk to achieve that goal they want to achieve. So yes, for some persons, if you really want to gain favor, probably maybe they are not really good with what they do, the course in question, or some certain things, so they just try to alias with the lecturers, meet with them, talk to them. For some, it's just for fun, like, okay, this is a lifestyle, let's just have this fun pending when we're done with the session. And for others, it's actually pressure from the lecturer himself or herself, because it's not just restricted to male lecturers only. Female lecturers can also can do that as well. So this sex for grade is not just tackled at one end. There are several means that can lead to such. The student in question may not even want to indulge herself or himself in such act. The lecturer or the teacher may be a contributing factor to that effect. So there are different ways it can happen. It could be for favor, it could be for fun, it could be under pressure, it could be a lot of things.
Okay, let's start like this. The favor, seeking favor, and mostly I agree with all your points. Favor, fun, pressure. Let's start with favor now. Favor. Is it really that underrated or underperformance students seek favor? Or poor students seek favor? What about the average, who also, like, the pressure comes from them, excellence to them, pressure comes also to them from either the lecturer or higher authority or power in that institution? Then what is the outcome of such? If the favor is granted, it's granted, you pass, you get your A, you get your B, you get a good grade. Now, please, can you give us more enlightenment on that?
Okay, based on the favor aspect, like you said, could be poor students, average, or even excellent students.
Yes.
Now, these different stages of students actually come with different approaches.
Okay.
Now, for the poor students, I think I've had that experience, though not personally, because I wasn't really like a poor student back then in school. But I had one lecturer one time that even came to the class and said, nobody should come to my office to meet me for anything that has to do with begging or passing or grades or all of that stuff. Like, he literally came to class to announce that nobody should come to the office because of that. And we have to make sure we read, we come to lectures and all of that. But I think about a week or 2 weeks later, the same person came to our class again to say, so I came to this class to tell you that you should not come to my office to meet me. And you guys did not really come. So it was a contradicting statement. It was a contradicting situation. So at the end of it all, we realized that most of my classmates literally went to meet him.
Serious?
Yes, they actually went to meet him. So it's cut across. Sometimes we may not have the opportunity to do it.
Okay.
Sometimes the opportunity is just given on a platter of gold with no how will I put it? Should I say no conscience attached, with no regrets attached to it. So there are times where poor students look for these kinds of opportunity, not because they like what they are doing, but because of the pressure on them. They want to pass regardless. If that is the quickest means, because a lot of kids are into the quick means. So if that is the quickest way for them to get that grade, they will want to go through that route. And yes, sometimes they're favored. They get the A's, they can get the B's, depending on the satisfaction the lecturer in question gets from that action. For the average students, probably they are not comfortable. Sometimes when you have confidence in yourself, you may not want to necessarily involve yourself in a lot of things. You can just be contented with what I'm an average student, I'm an average student. Yes, I'm okay with it. But some persons, like I said from the beginning, individual mindsets differs. Some persons will be like, I cannot remain like this forever. Okay, so they say they can meet this so lecturer. Let me try. Let me try and see. Or die and die, that kind of mentality. So you see them, so you see them still trying. Sometimes it works, other times it doesn't. But for the excellent students, I feel like those ones is not really on them. I feel like it's on the lecturers, because probably maybe, pressure from lecturers. Oh, this girl is fine, she may not really need this aspect, but when I give a threat, I will fail you, I will give you a missing script, I will reduce your mark. When you tell an excellent student, yes, I can give you a try. And these are words, statements. some lecturers actually make. And it's very difficult for you to take it up to a rector or a vice chancellor to want to go and report and all. So it's always like when you get there, they will not believe you. So you are placed under that pressure between your grades or your dignity as a person or your integrity as a person. So you don't want to jeopardize yourself or your discipline or how you see life. But at the same time, you still do not want to fail. Now, at that stage, it's actually very minimal, for you to escape. But at most cases, the student tend to give in to that pressure.
Thank you. This is Space still giving us her views about sex for grade, sex for mark. And she has talked diligently, and that's what I expect from her. I knew her to be outspoken. When each time we have a podcast like this, she is there for us, and she gave the right thing. Now, please, do you have a personal experience on this thing?
Well, for pressure, yes. From a lecturer, yes, I have.
You have experience?
Yes. But I would actually say I'm grateful to God because it did not actually happen, because another staff happened to bail me out of it.
He was your guardian, he or she?
Yeah, he actually. Okay. So he actually helped me with that.
He was your guardian for that period?
Exactly. At least I left the school, basically. So lecturers tend to, like, you see, there are some persons that are intellectually attracted to people. Okay. Like they're attracted to intelligent people.
Yeah, sure.
You may not even be fine, you may not be beautiful and all that, you may not even meet their standard as per what they want in a lady. Okay. But because of that intelligence that you have, they tend to be attracted to you. Okay. So that there are some persons like that. There's a word you call them anyways. Now, on my case, I would say it just happens. Okay. To to be obvious that this person do not necessarily need any lecturer's help or whatever to pass school and all that. So it feels like sometimes a lot of classmates of mine see me as a competitor. I'm like, this is me. I'm not competing with anybody. If you can meet up, fine. If you want me to help you, fine. Yeah. So my then lecturer happened to give an approach and all of that stuff, but I didn't even bother myself to. Yes, because I know what I can and I know what I'm capable of doing. So I had to complain to his friends too, that's actually close to me. So that was the person that actually helped me, talk to him like, this one is my girl, you won't still enter my girl, that kind of conversation. So that was how he backed out, because that person literally acted as my a friend that is ahead that one can say, now we did together, now all of us ahead, that kind of. So that was what really saved him. So when he came back to me and I was like, please don't worry, it's sorted out. And I'm like, how? So don't worry, just for now. If you're on break, come to my office, we'll be together. He was like my father while I was in school. So at that point, everybody saw me as that particular person's girl in school. So nobody came close, no lecturer, came close, because they also respect that individual as well. So that was just how that was the only experience I had while in school. So I did not give into it, and like I said, I had someone that also helped me out.
Okay, nice. We noticed that it becomes something rampant in our institution, and in fact, we notice and this thing also in the secondary school. Yeah. Is there a way you had an experience now that somebody stood for you, that covered you up, that bailed you out, and the other gentleman went his own way? Can every female student engage in such? Well, can they have a father in the school who could help them out, who could bail them out, or what should that female student do? Because in the last script video we did, a young man said the best is to meet authority, the agency in the school, established by the school, that this type of issues should be reported. But the fear of students going to report, not to worsen the situation, is the problem, is the beginning of wisdom. Now, they will say all students in the higher institutions should have a godfather or a godmother in the school to bring them out in this kind of situation.
Well, different individuals with different mindsets.
Yes.
So I cannot really say all.
Okay.
I can only say some.
Okay.
Everybody's opportunity differs, and not everyone is lucky. In my case, I was. But I can tell you there are a lot of persons that are not as lucky as I was. So the thing is, yes, there are counseling departments in schools where you can literally go air your views. There are student unions in schools that you can actually go, complain to a fellow student like you. But the thing is, you see, there's this thing called a lecturer.
Okay.
It comes with authority.
Yes, respect.
It comes with respect. It comes with fear too, as well. So, and these same persons also have friends too in those offices, in those higher level offices too. So imagine going to complain to his friend, and you feel like you're actually laying the complaint. That one will really call him to a corner like, again, Alpha, this thing is already coming to my table. You need to maybe reduce it. Okay, leave this one. That is the best that can happen. But expecting them to sack or suspend, it may not really get to that stage. But there are some rare, serious cases that would require that. For example, maybe that there's a rape case and there's an evidence to it, or probably maybe even not a rape case, but a form of, should I say, is set up in a way where, okay, they can literally catch this lecturer or this person red-handed. Those kind of cases that has proof can lead to maybe being sacked or being suspended or being arrested and all of that. Yeah. So I cannot really say all students now can get that kind of opportunity, but there are some persons you can also look up to. You can also look up to them. Okay, you talk to them, you explain how it is. There are some persons that are really they just naturally want to help. Okay. They naturally want to help. So there are some persons that, okay, maybe you can just connect to, and then you can be able to air your problems and all of that, those kind of persons too.
Thank you. Thank you, viewers. I'm still going to continue this conversation with Peace Alabi. At this moment, I want to go on a short break. I'll be right back. Sure.
ABAFAB College of Innovation and Content Creation offers 6 months and 12 months training into content creating, internet radio, sound engineering and music production, film and video editing, and OAP and cinematography. For more detail, chat 0802312959.
Welcome back. I still have my guest with me in the studio. Her name still remains Peace Alabi. If you are not a regular subscriber, please kindly go to our site and press the bell, the subscribing button. Subscribe to Air TV Africa, and every Friday we air all our videos. You watch all our videos every Friday. We come here to give you the latest on education, solutions to problems and issues, challenges in Nigeria education sector. Now I still have my guest with me. Still remain Peace Alabi. Alabi, thank you for being my guest. Now, you've heard a lot of things and you're sharing your experience. I want to ask you the contributing factors, the pressure from lecturers to students. Is there no pressure from students to also lecturers?
Of course.
What about parents, guidance?
Definitely.
Please give us your view about that. Because pressure is not only one way. Yes, pressure is not only one way. Pressure can come in 2 forms, 3 forms, and please, can you share your also?
Yes, there's something they call growing up.
Yeah.
Because literally no child was created or fallen from the sky. They came through one family or the other. So sometimes parents can be a contributing factor to that effect. Now imagine, for instance, as a parent, you know that, okay, this your child is not someone that is brilliant, or I can't really say dull, but there is no dull person. Yeah, so the person is not strong intellectually. Now, instead of you looking for educational solution to that problem, you start looking for quick means to sort it out. And a child that grows up with such upbringing will also want to maintain it regardless. Now, why am I saying this? You see a lot of parents that will be like, okay, sir, take this money, You can be the principal, take this money, I will buy something for the school. But you don't have computers in your lab, I will take care of the bills, pass my child. And this child too is also growing up too, and he knows there's some certain things I cannot write, there's some certain things I cannot read, there's some certain things I cannot say.
Okay.
And that child keeps growing up with that upbringing because I have a father or I have a mother that is going to sort out my problem. Now, it will not last forever.
Okay.
Because this child will also one day leave the house. We will still grow up, definitely leave primary and definitely get to secondary school. Now, where there is a mix where we can't really get to the teacher, to my parents, you see them wanting to stand on their own. And on standing their own, it's not like maybe they move with the good set of students now that want to read and all that, because they've not really had that foundation. Okay. That foundation has already been bad. Yeah. So you now see them mixing up with students too that will also have the same mentality they have. Now, it's either we are going to meet this lecturer by ourselves, or we are going to meet this teacher by ourselves, or we'll sort ourselves out. Now, that is on the parent aspect. You see, because one thing is, a child will not just come with the mentality or come with some certain kind of upbringing. They learn from the environment, they learn from the house, they learn from the church, if they are Christians, they learn from the mosque, if they are Muslims, they learn from the environment, they find themselves, they learn from schools, their teachers. That is how learning starts. Okay. So imagine being in a very unhealthy environment. You learn unhealthy things. And that could actually be a way a child can grow up with that kind of mindset. Some may actually have good upbringing, but conditions and situation of life can make them, adapt to such easy means of passing school grades. Now, for the students actually meeting up with the lecturers and stuff, yes, it happens. Like I said, some persons are just so, they just want to have the quickest way out.
Yeah.
They're not ready to take risk. Like I would say, they don't want to stress themselves. So they just want to, get this thing done with and get it done with. So you see them going to meet lecturers. I have a lecturer that's told me stories of how students come to meet him. Female students come to meet him. And in my mind, I'm always like, I think it's even more of the lecturers. Sometimes when these lecturers even talk, you'll be so surprised at the revelations they can give on some certain issues. So sometimes they too are pressured to accept. After all, it's satisfaction now. She'll get satisfaction, I get satisfaction, she gets the grade, I get satisfied sessionally, and that is it. So everybody is a win-win situation. So some lecturers that will not really mind their integrity being played with, they just tend to fall into such situations. Yes. But you see some that still hold their dignity, they still hold their integrity, they still stand strong on never will I do this. You see them shout at students, you see them walk them out, or you see some even counsel, like this my lecturer will tell you, he will counsel them, tell them, sit down, let me talk to you, let me advise you. But some are already stubborn, so they don't even mind. They don't even
with
care.
advice.
Even with the advice and the prayers and all, they don't care. While some, the lecturers themselves, will do it on purpose because maybe they see what they like in the students and they want to be like, okay, this is the only way now. This child is already in school. This thing come out for school now. There's no way I can get the child. Those kind of thing. So you see them pressurizing. Some even purposely fail. This same lecturer I'm telling you about that has issues with students coming to meeting had one experience back then in the school too, of a lecturer failing him because he was friends with a female student that the lecturer liked.
He's sharing his own life experience.
So I was surprised that why should the lecturer fail you? And it's like because he was friends with a female student that the lecturer liked. So there are a lot of ways these lecturers can enter into someone's life and all. So one just has to be careful.
Dears, thank you. Peace is just giving us what we need as guardians, as students, as parents. Now, as I'm about to round up this discussion because I would not want to keep peace for longer because she needs to get back to OWIRI, in time. And, Now, I want to go to prefer solutions. I want to prefer solutions because we cannot continue like this. It becomes a daily thing, it becomes things that everybody sees and people carry faith. Because at the end of the day, we notice that majority of them will graduate and they become irrelevant in the society. The certificate gotten they can't even. I've gotten a teacher before who came to service, or she came to work with Anifa College, and I was the principal then for Anifa College. She studied geography education, government education, I remember. And I asked her, where can you teach very well? Do you know that even the government, she said she studied government English education, both two courses. She said you cannot teach English, you cannot teach government. Then said, why are you here then? How do I employ you if your major courses you did at the university or NCE you cannot teach? That's the problem. And it struck my mind that maybe she has found her way through the higher institution. That's the reason why she cannot even take government and English education. She studied at the university. So these are the problems we encounter outside. When people comes out to say there's no job, graduates are outside flowing graduates every year, Nigeria are producing graduates every year. But the issue is that can they prove and show that they worthy of the certificate in their hands? That is the issue now. And this is likely one of the likely issues, one of the likely problems we are facing in this country. Keep blaming government, but we will not look inward to talk to ourselves, to talk to the institution. Now I want to go back to Peace Alabi. Now I want to talk about the solutions, way out, so that we can prefer solution to parents, prefer solution to students, prefer solution to the school authority. This cannot continue. This has become a criminal habit. This has become something that's driving Nigerian education to zero. And for the good ones, for the one who show of themselves, like Peace Alabi, I know she graduated with a very high grade, is it upper distinction that you
Distinction.
Please, prefer solution to this topic.
Well, first off, the first solution I would like to give out is to work on the mindset.
Okay.
Individual mindset needs to be worked on, because you can give birth to a child. If you don't train the child well, he or she will derail. That's life for you. If the child mix up with the society and mix up with the wrong crowd, there will definitely be an issue. So first off, let's work on the mentality as individuals.
Okay.
We should learn to see things that are right as right and things that are wrong as wrong. We should not paint the wrong to make it look right. Some persons are so very good at designing wrong things and like, let's just do it. You understand? After all, you still get the end results. If you read, you will pass. If I do this, I'll pass. Yeah. You understand? So they just tend to paint it in a very beautiful manner, but it is wrong. So what's wrong is wrong. What's right is right. And for the parents too, I believe we should not always feel like we are helping a child when we are doing things in a very quick way. For instance, you elect a principal or a proprietor to pass your child. You feel like you're helping your child. After all, your child is leaving one class to the next. But it's wrong. That child should know that reading will not kill. Studying will not kill. It will only help develop your brain. It will help you become better. I pride my father anywhere I go, not because he may have stood for me financially and all, but you see my foundation, he did not joke with me. The first person that made me know what is called a whiteboard was my dad. Marker was my dad. Because when we finish school, immediately we get to the house, we're taking our bath, we're eating straight to the reading room. He leaves the house, he separates us. I can be in the children's room, my sister will be in my mom's room, my brother will be in the parlor, we are reading. So reading will not kill. Impact that in your child. Once that child's foundation is strong, you understand, he or she keeps growing with that mentality. There is no way. The child should know what his or her rights are, should also be able to read and all. There is no way that child will have any reason to want to maybe go meet a lecturer or want to pay a lecturer, like what they call blocking in school, when you pay a lecturer for grades too, or want to sleep around to do that. And even when being pressured, if you meet with the right sources, if you meet with the right set of persons, like those counseling departments, if they really function properly in school, by functioning I mean when a student go meet them, they lay their complaint, they take it up. You understand me? That too can also be a solution to that problem. Then I don't know if there's a way schools can also create awareness, on stuff like this. Let them know that okay, it is wrong to do this, it is right to do this. They should also know the right direction to follow when stuff like this occur. Even lecturers too, they should be protected as well, because it's not all of them that really want to indulge themselves in this, but they too are pressured by the students, could be male, could be female, and now we are also in a world where, should I say, in a country where things are hard. You understand? So they may not necessarily even need the sex, but they will need the money. So there are a lot of areas that need to be worked on. The parents need to be worked, the individual need to be worked, the school needs to be worked on, the counseling department, all these areas need to be worked on. These are areas that can produce the problem, at the same time produce the solution to the problem. So, and then as individual, I believe we should move with the right crowd. Being a Christian doesn't necessarily mean your mind works as one, but when you actually move with the right set of persons that encourages you, a lot of persons that I have as friends, it's not like we go out and club and all of that. No, sometimes they'll be like, please, I can't read. And I'm like, no, you can't read this thing. It will enter. If you will tear the head, tear the head. That is just me. Some person will be like, I don't mind peace. So, even when I play sometimes, they'll be like, don't mind peace. So, peace has read. Sometimes I think, I've not even read the book yet. But when I want to read, you will know that I want to read that book. You understand? You will not even see me. But I will also motivate you too, because I don't want you to fail. We should actually work on our mindsets, first off. Because if the mindset is worked on, we can actually be able, to actually live a life that will help the society even at large. Now, on the parents' aspect, I would advise that they work on the foundation as well of that child or children, in quotes. They should not look for an easy way out, because those children are going to grow. And if they start growing with that kind of mentality, it will affect them when they get matured in life, in school, and otherwise. So they should work on that foundation, because let them know, let your children know that reading is not going to kill them, studying will not kill them. It's not going to affect them in any way at all. Instead, it will help them. So when they kill that fear of reading or studying, because a lot of persons, they actually have that fear towards it. Like they just see the book and like, this is much.
Too voluminous.
You understand? And they just twist and go off. So they should not be afraid to pick that book and read and understand what they are reading. If it means you getting home lecturers and teachers to help for extra lessons and all, then do it. Let your money go for that, than paying a proprietress or a proprietor or a principal to pass your child from one class to another. And then for the school aspect too, I believe that this counseling department and all of that should function properly. It's not just about having the department. It should function. When students go there to complain, they should pick up the complaint. They should not just let it be. Sometimes even when you go to a police station and you do something, the police officer will tell you, you are the one doing it. You are just coming to come and and that is wrong. Yes. So they should not discourage. Instead, they should pick up cases like that, work on it, protect a child that comes to you with a problem, not expose the child to the problem. So you should be able to find a solution to that child as well. Then also as an individual, I believe that we should move with the right crowd, move with the right set of persons that actually will help you grow. As you're growing as a person, the persons you're moving with too should also be able to help you grow. You to be an influence to them to help them grow positively, because you can grow negatively, but you should be able to grow positively. I take pride, I say, in my father, because my dad was a good help to my education, me and my siblings. Why? Because he made sure that our foundation was strong. Daddy will never allow you to slip off, without reading, without studying. I think the first time I ever saw a whiteboard was with my dad. He bought it while we were very small. When then we're still using these chalkboards, yes, blackboard in school. Or we painted black, charcoal and the rest, But daddy bought a whiteboard and I was like, wow. So when we do subtraction in school, we are doing addition at all. We are doing multiplication in school, we are doing division at all. So that was how it was. When daddy, it got to a point where he could not have time, he employed home lesson teachers for my siblings and I left my parents. I went to stay with my uncle. That one was even worse. Daddy will allow you read during the day. Uncle will allow you read at night. So that was how we were able to grow.
Grew up like that.
Personally. And then me, I don't move with people that I cannot help too as well. So even when they come to me like, please, this thing is too much for me, they cannot understand, you will understand. I make sure I let them know they can do it. Because sometimes when you even encourage that laziness and they become comfortable, when you win, they see you as a problem. When you become better, they see you as a problem. They now feel like, oh, it's a lie, it's not possible. I had that issue too when I think my first semester while I was in school. I think my first semester result just came out on decision. And first of all, I did not do my ND in the school per se.
Yeah.
So it was like, how did I do it? Where did it happen? Which lecturer did I meet? Which question paper did I see? You know, those kind of, and I'm like, do you know where I come from? Do you know the kind of foundation I have? So when it comes to this book thing, it's like my life. It's a lifestyle for me. Okay. So you cannot use those mentality to judge my kind of person. Okay. So as an individual, work on your mindset. You know, move with people that will help you become better. Parents should please help their children. You know, sometimes the damage has been done, but you can still try. Even in churches, in mosques, in wherever society, they feel like yes, society should help. When you see a child, my mom used to tell me then, though she would say it in pidgin, not be one person they train Peking. You understand? Sure. So when you see a child that is derailing, call that child, correct in love, help the child become better. So all these areas need to be worked on. Even as a lecturer too, you need to protect their interests because not all lecturers are want to. You understand? Some lecturers, they just swallow this in and believe that okay, since they are parents too, they can handle it, but some can't handle. Vulnerability doesn't have age, doesn't have size, doesn't have gender. Anybody is vulnerable. So some lecturers that also have this dignity, this integrity that they want to uphold, they should also help protect those kind of lecturers as well. So if you can work on all of these, I believe the society will be better place.
Thank you, Peace Alabi. Peace Alabi said, if the foundation is destroyed, what can the righteous do? Now she started from parenting, secondary school, and stuff, to the higher institution where parents also encourage the teachers in the school from secondary school. Help my child to pass this subject. She now said, why not investing in getting an extra teacher for that child? Because he will grow up, or he grow up to enter the higher institution to start what we call sex for grade or sex for mark. The simple reason is that she was not taught how to study from beginning. He was not also aware of that you can get things done yourselves. The only thing she was brought up with was settle your way out and you get what you needed. But this is not the way out. Search for grade is not only a problem from the lecturers alone, the student also contributed with what Peace just told us, I expressed in school, and also general view. Parents, the school authority, the students, the lecturers have to come together and agree that this is a criminal act. This is not good for our young graduates. We complain every day, produce graduates, they are not up to the task. These are the reasons why they are not up to the task. Because they never work for the certificate. Because they never deserve that certificate in their hands. Then what do you expect them to get? Nothing. I'm also begging the school authority, please, when this student comes to you for reporting or counseling, please do the right thing. Never send them away, never risk them either to the lecturer or to co-other students. This should be confidential, should be secret. At this moment, today's episode on Sex for Grade on Trending Issue on Education, I want to say thank you for watching us on AirTV Africa, your #1 internet radio, podcast, and web TV on education. I'll see you on Friday again. When I come back, don't forget to subscribe to AirTV Africa. Every Friday, I'll be here with you. I still remain your host, Abifab. Abifab is my name. Thank you, and bye for now.